guys didn't go the same as anyone, did you? Uh-huh. Well, how do you know I wasn't an angel? Makes you think.
Because angels don't have like the black and red, but they have white.
I had red smoking eyes. Totally different.
Buddy, I don't think this is a fight you're gonna win.
I think you're paying more attention than the writers were at the time. Listen, I want to tell you guys something. Somebody asking me dumb questions dressed as some stupid angel. It's actually the best. That's one of the best Constantine costumes I've ever seen. With the wrong colour tie. And you at the back. I mean, this is terrible. I'd rather tell you something because we're going to have to end this without getting great questions. Look, I make TV with 150 of my friends, right? That's how it works. I come from live music and live theatre. I come from live performance. And an audience, I'm looking at you now and I'm seeing your smiling faces, and it changes the way I talk, it changes what I do. You're nodding your heads, it has an effect on me, it has impact on me. You recovered from our encounter? No, don't do that. But the thing is, I genuinely get to see the reactions. I get to see how you guys are doing and what's going on and how you treat each other, which is, I think, the loveliest thing. Don't panic. Just saying, it's like, so I make TV with 150 of my friends. And we put it together, we do the best we can. We really love it, like most of the shows I've ever done. Battlestar, Firefly, Doctor Who. Yeah, just have a think, like, of course, Supernatural. X-Files, we loved doing what we were doing. We actually enjoyed doing what we were doing so much, and it was bigger than the sum of its parts. There's never enough time, never enough money, and you don't know if it's going to be successful, you don't know if people are going to like it or not. But you put your whole heart into it. You put everything in it, and 151 of your other friends are sitting there doing the same thing, putting music in, and they're trying to find fun things to do. My favorite example of that is the date with Sheriff Mills. Do you remember when I had the date with Sheriff Mills? I forgot that was at the beginning of Sacrifice. Until we did the podcast, and I was like, oh crap, that's the same episode. So the whole audience knows that I'm crowded, apart from Sheriff Mills. And the phone rings in the middle of this encounter. And on set, that's literally Robbie going, ring, ring. Yeah, I pick it up and I thought it'd be funny to say, this is the king. And I'm messing with Dean, right? I'm going to kill their friend. That's the implication. So I get to see it after it's made. It's going out to air, I'm going to do some ADR. And I have a ringtone. There's a ringtone on my phone. Remember my ringtone? I like big butts in the game. And of course, that didn't happen at the time, so I have no reaction to it whatsoever. So it's very normal and obvious that that's my ringtone. And then there's an insert shot, which I didn't do. Somebody else's hand with a phone, insert shot, and caller ID comes up on the phone and says, not Moose. So we've done Moose, now not Moose. Then we get to still move on, which is all part of the same thing we'd all be asking questions about and talking about and loving on and being whatever. But I'm just trying to tell you that those things are put together by my friends after the work that I've done, let alone the writers that try to work out what would be fun to do, let alone the directors and the crew and every single person who's trying to make this so we can get the best possible version of something out there that we actually give a damn about. But then we let it go, we let it go out to you. And we're already on to the next episode, we're already on to another season, or we're sleeping because we're exhausted from trying to put this together. But when we come to a convention, when we go to San Diego Comic-Con every year, there's 8,000 people sleeping out the street waiting to get into Hall H. When we come to this and we see your smiling faces, whether you get to ask a question or not, we see your panicking faces, whether you care or not. When I see your beautiful faces, all you people, I'm connected to my audience. I get the thing that I get from live music and live theatre that you do not get from TV. I can't come around your house and watch it. And my testament to you guys were, well, I have to come to an awful lot of people's houses. My testament was when we did the end of season 9, right? The eyes popping open. trust me, after all these years, there are no spoilers. But when Let's Go Take a Howl with That Moon, the eyes open and screaming. I was doing the DVD stuff for Warner Bros. And they always used me for doing all the complex conversations about fans and about the stuff. I hold this all together while they were going, I'm talking about how things have changed over the year or whatever's going on. So doing the DVD commentary. So I give them like an hour of stuff and then cut it in. And I was like, did you ever see the reaction videos from the end of this season? And they're like, no. I said, you know that people set up cameras to record themselves screaming at the eye-opening moment? And Warner's were like, really? I said, yeah, go get the footage. So they actually went out and got footage and correctly acquired the footage. So that on the DVDs for that year was the night vision versions of everybody just losing it at the eyes open. And what you guys don't know is he was drunk. He'd already shot his entire season at that point. He was laying in a bed, I think it was a half a bottle of whiskey in, and he kept making noises while I was doing the speech. Like he made me jump scare, I'd be in the middle of a speech. And I'm like, so we did this really serious, we worked hard and we played it. But I'm going to tell you, that's the thing, the connection is, what we do is entertainment. Everyone's, oh, you saved my life. No, you didn't. You saved your own lives. We're glad to have helped. We're glad to have been part of it. People's stories are amazing. The themes of supernatural are beautiful things. Simple things, right? It's all about love. It's all about family. It's all about giving a damn, right? It's about doing the right thing and that sort of thing. And if that encourages people to do the right thing, what a wonderful world this can be, right? And I love that. But what I love seeing is we all have causes, we have things we believe in. You know, I make fun of Castiel any day. Misha Collins builds hospitals, schools, rescues people from foreign countries, causes political turmoil in the best possible way. Smart boy gives a damn. He's a really, really special person. Castiel's an idiot. Misha is not an idiot. And the boys are the same to me, and so many, Dick and Rob, and just everybody around us. We all get it. We all have these causes and things that we care about. And you guys come in and make it 1,000 times bigger. You make it 1,000 times more powerful, I guess. Conventions like this, not so easy. A lot of the more lifestyle ones, the creation cons and the smaller cons around the world, you see people that know people, that help people. Best place in the world to have a panic attack. Best place in the world to have, to be on the spectrum, to have massive OCD. It's a safe place. You don't care who you love, don't care how you dress, don't care who you pray to, don't give a damn. Genuinely don't give a damn. My favorite version of equality is I don't give a damn. You know, people are people, that's the end of that story. Good person, you're a good person. If not, we should give you a chance to be a good person. That's the only effort I think it's worth making in this world. But I don't see violence, and I don't see aggravation, and I don't see that much meanness in conventions. I don't see groups of supernatural fans going robbing 7-Elevens. I really don't. I remember there was a fight at Comic Con one year.
It's a full-blown fight.
It was a stabbing.
Stabbing?
Yeah. One kid stabbed another kid with a pencil in his hand. It didn't go in very far. It was a dot in his hand. They both burst into tears. They were arguing over a girl that neither of them had ever met. I think it was beautiful.
Sounds about right.
No, it's beautiful. And it's lovely. And then they both cried and hugged and made up. That's the most violent thing I ever saw in about 15 or 18 years ago to Comic Con. So if that's what it is, what a great place to bring your kids, what a great place to be, what a great place to hang out, what a safe place to be. And I love you guys for that, and we are so grateful to you. Not every cast of every show behaves the way the Supernatural cast behave. I encourage you to see them whenever you can, because they're all pretty extraordinary people. You know, my birthday was yesterday, which is also Jensen's daughter's birthday. My daughter's birthday was March the 1st, which is also Jensen Ackles' birthday. And Jared has a kid called Sheppard. So we're connected. You know, we don't hang out in the same house like the Beatles. But we see each other a lot, we care about each other a lot. And most of all, we're absolutely astonished by the things that you guys do for each other and for us. And we thank you for that. My life would not be the same without Supernatural and without the word fandom. Fandom implies fanatic. So, you know, a fanatic is one who redoubles his effort when he's lost sight of his aim. It's a fantastic choice. Mexican Americans. Chuck Jones. You don't have to. Just talk.
There you go.
Chuck Jones, most prolific filmmaker in American history. Wally Coyote,
Of course.
created Wally Coyote for a fanatic as well. Anyway,
Full circle.
that being said, we just decided it was a supernatural family because of the way you guys treat each other. That's kind of the way we look at it. So, if you haven't experienced us in other areas or other places, I encourage you to do so. We do a lot of conventions if we can, and we love you all. As I said, my life would be very, very different without this show. I went for one episode. I stayed 8 years.
Wow.
You know, I love what I do. I love you guys very much. You're very important to me. I'm sorry if I didn't get your questions, but I'll be back down on my table for another couple of hours before I have to go home, pretend my birthday is actually next week. I'm glad to spend time with you guys. I love traveling. I'll go anywhere where you guys are at. So thank you for having me. Thank you for inviting me to this fun little debacle. And for God's sakes, get yourself a decent costume.
So everybody in line, hang tight. But ladies and gentlemen, did we have a good time?